Hey YouTube, Make My Marvel here again with another statue unboxing and review. This is the Hulk vs. Wolverine maquette. This is the exclusive, number, I believe that's 967 out of 2500. And the ship weight on UPS said 40 pounds, and this box feels all of 40 pounds. It's definitely heavy, which was surprising. I didn't realize it was that heavy when I saw that weight on the shipping notice. It's definitely even more excited to receive it since this guy's pretty solid. All right, well, let's get this opened up. All right, there's the styrofoam. Now this is looks like multiple compartments here, so I'm not sure what's in which compartment, but we'll get the top one opened up first. All right, so in the first compartment you have the Wolverine heads, the regular and the exclusive head. You have Hulk's head. You have obviously Hulk's body and two Wolverine claws. Everything was packaged real nice. Doesn't look like anything's broken so far. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bottom of this and just take this whole tray off and leave everything in there. That way I don't have to take these pieces out individually and lay them down, and I think it would probably less likely that anything would get broken until I can get the base out. All right, and there's the bottom compartment there. You have obviously the base, the log piece to the base, and Wolverine's body. Still looks like nothing's broken to me here, but we'll get this stuff out. And then you see, I took the whole middle section off, left everything in there, and it seemed to work pretty well that way. All right, so let's get this base out. All right, so there's the bottom of the base. It's got a cool silhouette of the Hulk vs. Wolverine. You can see the exclusive edition number, and it's thin, but it feels solid. It's got some good weight to it. Put it on the table and spin it around for you. All right, so you can see obviously the impression of where Hulk's foot goes. This is where the spare log goes. Then Hulk's other foot. It's actually done really well for Sideshow's normal rocky bases that they do. Usually they just all paint it. There's a lot of one colors to it, but they actually added some more colors to the bases than they would normally do, which is pretty nice actually. It's painted well. All the different colors all look pretty well. You can see the splintered log actually looks like a real log, with some termite holes going through it. The bark looks pretty good. Looks like real bark. The paint's maybe a little too glossy, well, unless it almost looks like wet wood. Could have been a little less glossy to give it that more dry look to it. But again, it's definitely not bad at all. I like how they did this end and this end of the broken log a more gray or older color, meaning the log had been broken a long time ago and the wood started to gray. And then here, more of a lighter tan color to show that the Hulk maybe just broke that log in that area as he stepped on it. So, nice detail to it. Little bits of sand and messed up clay. I'm looking to see if there's any Wolverine claw marks somewhere in the dirt. I don't see any right now, but there may be some hidden someplace. All right, let's get the other part of the log. All right, and here they continue that attention to detail. You can see on this side here where it'll go, where the Hulk stepped on it, they gave it that more tan color. And then on the back end where it's older and been broken a lot longer and been sitting out in the weather, it's that more gray look. So really, really nice attention to detail so far on the base, on the far side. You can see it's just a peg with a magnet. And goes in just like that. Real nice strong magnet, kind of just sucked it right on in. Rests right up on the rock there. That looks pretty good. I'm thinking that might be a tight fit, so before I even try it, I'm going to take this log off and I'm going to get Hulk in the base first, and then put this on and see if, because that way I don't want the Hulk's foot to rub while I'm trying to get him into the base. All right. Definitely recommend that. Don't put the Hulk in the base first before putting this log on, just because you can see how tight it is there. So if you try to put Hulk's foot in there, you probably could get it in, but you'd probably end up risking rubbing it. Take that log off, put Hulk in first, and you don't have to worry about that at all. As far as Hulk goes, I mean, might as well start at the foot. Awesome. They did an awesome job. Absolute home run on this. Great job. Let me go to the side of the light here. The purple is done real well. There's great actual jean texture to the pants. The rips look very nicely done. You can see there's different colors, like along the seam here. It's a real light purple with darker purple shaded in. The shirt's a nice white with definitely grayed out, shaded out, giving a nice dirty look to it. The skin texture, the veining, it's all there. Great job on the elbow. See where Wolverine's knee will go in, or the peg for Wolverine's on his shin knee area. The back of Hulk's calf. The dirt on his foot. Awesome job. You can see the mud. All the mud on Hulk's foot and on his toes. Man, they did this very, very well. This big old hand. Sorry about that. But they got nice yellows and greens in there, and I mean, real well. You can see how they kind of made the palm dirty. It's awesome. I mean, it's big. You know, you can kind of get an idea of finger size. Almost the size of a regular finger. So this is a big statue. I believe it's supposed to be kind of in the 1/5 scale. I know they call it a maquette and not a comic cat, but I believe it's supposed to be somewhere around the 1/5 scale. I don't know if it's a little big, a little small, but we'll compare it at the end of the video. We'll compare with other comic cats and quarter scales and stuff like that, so we can get a good idea of the size range to it. All right, let's put Wolverine's body on. All right, so before I attach Wolverine there, I just kind of want to put him in hand and give you guys a spin around this way. Sorry about that. So, yeah, you can see that all the detail. They did a great job of some different color blues and the silver scarred up marks on his shoulder pads and stuff. The blacks are real nice, matte black finish to them. The lines are exceptionally well done. I haven't seen one paint line out of place. Everything is right where it should be. You know, fully sculpted statue. Gave Wolverine some dirt on the boots as well. I mean, like I said, everything is right where it should be. Get some focus there. The hair on his arms is there. I mean, it's obviously sculpted in. So he did a nice job with that. All right. And again, he fits into his peg. I'm sure it's probably a magnet as well. Sorry. Here you go. Yep. It doesn't feel like there's actually a magnet. It just feels like it's a long peg. I'm going to see if I pull it out, if there's a little bit of a... no, I don't think there's a magnet to it. I think it's just a long thick peg in there. I don't know if that... Yep. So that's sitting a little high. Be getting there for you. Sitting a little high on the back end. See how it looks on the front. Oh no, I think it's right where it's going to be, because that knee's touching there, right where it's supposed to be touching on his forearm. He's sitting in there real nice. All right. Let's get the heads on. Now the heads are the most controversial part of the statue. I guess the teeth are people's biggest complaints. I haven't taken a look at them yet, so we'll see what that looks like. I'll pause it real quick so I can get this out. All right, and there's Hulk's head. No issue at all with the teeth right there. I think they look awesome. They're not perfect, which is great. I mean, I like actually how that bottom tooth there is a little out of alignment than the rest. But the paint arm's a nice gloss. They gave him a unique take with a black tongue, or it's a very dark green tongue, which is usually sometimes they'll just paint the inside of the mouth, Hulk's mouth green. The eyes are really nicely done. So you got one eye there, second eye, so they're really well done. It looks to me like a decal. I believe it is a decal. Sorry, full focus for you. I don't know if it's going to, but yeah, I don't think that's painted. And then you see the hair; they added a lot of green to the hair. Those aren't mistakes or anything. I saw one post by somebody on Facebook that was complaining about they didn't paint the hair right. I mean, the green on the tips of the hair is supposed to be there. It's that gives the paint some texture to it. Real nicely done. All right, I just want to show you the seam for the neck on the head. Obviously, anytime it's hard to hide a seam when it's skin on skin and not a costume or a collar. Here, though, it honestly looks to me like the neck is pretty fat, pretty big, and they probably could have made the head maybe a little bit bigger to bring that jawline over, that the edge of the neck. The back, you can't tell at all because of the hair. And you can't tell it all over there, really. All right, here's Wolverine's regular head. I think they did a real nice job painting here. Again, really nice clean lines. Everything where it's supposed to be. I don't get the issue that people are having with the teeth. It looks fine to me, actually. I think maybe that I'm looking through the camera. The camera makes it look worse than it is. Oops, sorry, that's horrible. Let me focus button here. There we go. Yeah, the camera's making it look worse than it really is. You can't actually see those. I mean, that's really it looks fine to me. The teeth are all like lined up. It's a little dirty, but I mean, you could have it painted a little more white, or maybe those lines would have been a little cleaner if they didn't really need to make them black or anything. And the lines could be a little thick in there, but I think it looks pretty good. And it's a magnet that holds the head on. Nice strong magnet. Pops right on. They seem to be doing a real good job of looking right at each other. So the way the statues line up, they line up real well. The seam on Wolverine is it's non-existent. You can't tell it all as a seam. But again, it's easier to hide that with a costume. All right, let's take a look at the exclusive head. All right, the exclusive head, taken from Wolverine's first appearance with Hulk 181 in this costume here. Tell you what, man, the teeth look fine to me. I do not see the issue with that at all. The whiskers that they did, they just seem to be, sorry. There we go. Yeah, the whiskers seem to just, they're obviously painted on. The lines are not terrible. There's no sculpt in there for the lines to fit in, so it looks like just hand painted on. They look like wiggly. So those could have been cleaned up a little bit more. Definitely could have done a better job with those. As for the eyes, the eyes are another decal thing. It's a big difference between this costume and the other one. The original head, or the regular head, I should say, has the whited out eyes. This actually got the pupils, so they've got the eyes turned to the side, actually staring at Hulk in the eyes. So it's kind of cool. All right, Let's get this head on, take a look at that. All right, there's Wolverine put together with the Hulk. They've got a lot of nice, before I forget, but they added a lot of nice like brown flecks and everything in the Hulk skin as well, which gives a really nice texture to it. The claws are plastic. They've actually got a good amount of play to them. You know, so they're like a plastic. They don't have to worry about them breaking and shipping. I like how long they are. It looks pretty good. I think they did a real nice job with it. I mean, it's a big piece. And again, I'll put it by some other quarter scales so you can guys get an idea. Let's see if we can get how they're looking at each other. I might not be able to, not from this angle. Probably have to get higher up. I mean, the sculpt on this statue is amazing. Check out both of their backs. Look incredible. Great musculature. All right, so let's get a premium format Hulk head and take this Hulk head off and put them side by side and see what the size difference is. All right, so as you guys can see, there's a difference in premium format. The red and gray are obviously both the premium formats, and there is the Hulk maquette head. So definitely on the 1/5 scale, or I should say a lot closer to the 1/5 scale than a quarter scale. And now as far as Wolverine's head goes, so this is the Nick Fury maquette. This is a true 1/5 scale character and sculpt. And so there's Wolverine's head. And you can see Wolverine's head it's almost exact same scale as the Nick Fury. So I'd have to say this is definitely a 1/5 scale statue. All right, I wanted to get you guys a shot of this because it's a little kind of crazy. So this is where I was going to put the statue because I thought it would look good there, you know, on top of some of these other statues. But you can see that the base is so big and wide that this is clearly not going to work. You know, am I really worried about it falling? No, that shelf's put in with a bunch of big lag bolts. But I'm not going to leave it like that because it's already hanging off, and you know. So let me pause it and let me go find another place to put this thing. I'm gonna have to rearrange a couple of statues here, but yeah, let me back up so you guys can kind of get an idea of scale there. So he's big boy. So I had to move Team Spidey around here to get this to work, but got that on that shelf and put Wolverine Hulk on the podium here. So space, man, space is killing me. I wanted to be able to put the you know, my Hulk 181 somewhere near the statue, but no place for me to put it. I may build like a little shelf on there and they put it right on the side down there or something. I'm gonna get it CGC graded anyways. But yeah. So that's what it looks like. You see the other Hulks in the background. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to get you guys some good shots of it. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.